What's happening, guys? I think Hassan and Life Size Box, I think you guys are now racing. Oh, helps if I get the mic in front of me. I think you guys are racing for first now. Well, welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Let me just get live here everywhere, and let's get into it, huh? All right. Oh, I hate it when it does that. 1 second, guys. No, I'll tell you more about Zencash, why it dipped today. Yeah, it's a big problem. We'll get into that. It's a big problem. But I do have some kind of good news around it, or at least maybe we'll see. What's happening, Debbie? Hey, what's happening, Arden? All right, everybody's getting here. Yes, June 6th is coming. Who knows though, guys? Who knows? But let's hope the theory holds true. I know I certainly would enjoy it. Hello, Ashley. What's happening? Give me just 1 second, guys. Just got to get live one more time. Adam, check. When will I start making money? Well, that's a good question, sir. I can't tell you that. You have to be making savvy trades and making good picks. So we'll try to help you at least not get wrecked in the process of figuring that out for yourself. And that's what we're here to do. All right, I think I'm live everywhere. No, all right, hold on, one more. There we go, boom. All right, live everywhere. What's happening? Princess Wahlberg, Forex Lens, Ashley, what's happening, everybody? So let's just jump right into it. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys had a great weekend. I was up in San Francisco over the weekend. I think most of you guys know that our main base of operations is here in Los Angeles. So I was up in San Francisco over the weekend, just taking a little time away from the crypto sphere, but definitely was keeping an eye on some of the things, not chiming in and talking to you guys. So I hope you did enjoy the review video and the interview that we put up over the weekend. I will try to start keeping those sorts of things, unless they are live, for the weekend, just so you guys have something else to be entertained by on the days that we don't stream. So anyway, I hope that was informative and at least entertaining for you, but I'm back live today, so I'm very glad you guys could all join me. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it here. So market cap has been moving in a positive direction for I don't know, probably 5 or 6 days now. So we are hovering right around the 344 mark. More currencies getting issued all the time. It just keeps bumping up over that 1600 mark, and then it'll drop back down. Bitcoin is dropping in dominance, so I suspect people have been starting to flow back into the alts. We'll get into that. And pretty low 24-hour volume overall, pretty dismal. But the good news is all of the yellow RSI has started to settle down a little bit. So I think we might be reaching the bottom and having found that reversal. So I'm not 100% yet, but we'll take a look and see once we get over into the charting. What's happening, John? What's happening? I hope I'm gonna say this right. Anas, SDJ80, Mr. Roberry. What's happening, everybody? What's happening? All right, cool. So yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about it. So I want to let you guys know. You may have heard. Okay, look. Let's just go over and take a look at the chart. So it was in it was in my thumbnail, and this is why. You guys, if you don't know about this, Zencash suffered a 51% mining attack, and so that's bad. Effectively, no users' coins were harmed, but in the effort, this is unfortunately similar to what happened with Verge recently, where the user was able to just print Zencash out of thin air. So as you can see, that has been very bad for their overall coin value, which is a shame. But I do want to talk to you about that a little bit, is because I know if you guys look back, we interviewed Rob Viglione, the CEO, Sam did, back in March, I believe it was. So I actually reached out to them, and we're going to have him on the channel. We're going to have Rob on the channel again live for you guys. So if you want to ask questions about what do they plan to do about fixing it, or what have they done to patch it, what do they do to intend to prevent it from happening going forward, etc. Or if you just want to get on and express your discontent with the fact that it happened. He will be on live Tuesday at 10 a.m. This coming Tuesday, so a week from today at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and set your reminders. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, guys. So just right down here at the bottom, go down and hit that little bell. So anytime we go live, you get the notifications, and then you can race Life Size Box to try to be first in. Because I tell you, that dude is the reigning champion right now. Anyway, so wanted to let you guys know about that. If you were holding some Zen Cash, I hope you were able to get out when the initial news of this broke. This was a little bit earlier today. I was driving from San Francisco to Los Angeles, so I'm sorry, guys, I was unable to jump on live and tell you about this, but I did want to cover it now in case anybody hasn't. I hope you were able to get out beforehand, but I don't really know that I have a recommendation for that. It's already dipped, so not much you can do to avoid that blow right now, but I at least wanted to let you know if you want to be able to vent a little bit of that. We're going to have the CEO on next Tuesday, so that will give you the opportunity. All right. Am I the only one who liked up to now? Well, I don't know. I hope you guys, if you guys do enjoy my content, please do hit those thumbs up, hit those likes, hit the thumbs up, hit the shares, all that kind of good stuff. You know, that's how we continue to be able to provide this content for you guys. It's just to get more people paying attention to us, and we do try to provide you the best information that we can. Hashtag no shills, hashtag no FOMO. We just want to get you the best information and try to keep you from getting wrecked, and hopefully in the process help you make better decisions and just understand how we make our decisions. So anyway, we do TA on BTC. Jerry, you can actually talk right to me. I can see you right up here in the chat, and so I have not done any yet, but you feel free to actually speak directly to me. It's totally cool. I'm here and interacting with you guys. All right, so yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on over to BTC. Take a look. You guys know this is my fave. Always my fave. So I'm sure everybody has. I'm sure everybody has heard the June 6th theory by now, and if you have not, then the quickest place I can think of you to do so is just to run on over to the Cryptosomniac Advantage, and you can join right now for 14 days for no charge, and there is a full webinar where Amal discusses the entire thing. Pretty valuable content, and it's we'll see if it plays out by tomorrow, but the short version of it is there has been a recurring pattern on the 6th of every month that we have noticed, so we are eagerly anticipating that tomorrow. Hey Tyrone, what's happening, man? There's a Moon Lounge member right there. That gentleman is a part of our Moon Lounge and very active. So Tyrone, shout out to you, my man. Thanks for coming on and joining me on the live stream. Boy, somebody is loving the content on Twitter. I just see a bunch of hearts floating in my head. That's strange. I'm not that entertaining. But yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. So, whoops. On the daily, we are still in we still have had a hard time. So this right here, guys, this was a rising wedge, and very often, just so you can see what I am seeing here, very often when you see a rising wedge pattern, whoops, that is a black line and not going to be very visible for you guys. Hold on one second. Oops. And oh dear, sorry, I got on my candles on accident instead of my line tool. There we go. Come on, fella. All right. I'll just use green and thicken that up a little bit just to make it a little bit easier so you guys know what I am seeing here and what I'm trying to illustrate. So this is a rising wedge pattern right here, and it played out exactly right. So generally when you see these bearish downtrends and then a rising wedge happens, as you see higher highs and higher lows, it's generally tends to break down when it's been on a bearish direction like that, and that is what happened. Right now it's looking pretty undecided on the daily, so I'm not 100% calling this a reversal signal yet, and here is why, guys. So we've seen the bear cross here, and mind you, I am looking at the daily, so we'll jump over into the smaller intervals shortly, but we have seen the bear cross here, but I'm not seeing a ton of volume coming in, and I'm just not sure yet that we have hit the reversal. I would like to see us get up over this 8,000 resistance and stay there a little bit before I start to think that maybe the bulls are back in control. But as of right now, I still think the bears are probably waiting in the wings with another hand to play. So I have been cautiously putting in some very low buy orders in the event that it does dip a little bit, and just keeping a really tight eye on it, because, you know, if it does break out, I've got a pretty nice stack of fiat out on the side, and I might make a market order, which as you guys know, if you watch me, I don't do market orders. So but if it does look like it is going to confirm, I'm considering. I don't know. I've been sitting out, not swing trading for the last week, just kind of watching BTC go, thinking it had further down to go. I honestly thought we were going to get down closer to that 6,800 mark. So haven't done that so far, which I'm not necessarily mad about, but I'm still not 100% convinced that we won't see it. So I'm maintaining caution right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and break it down into some of the smaller intervals. So this is what I say. You want to keep an eye on the MACD. It looks to me like we might be starting to consolidate and trade sideways here a little bit. Volume has stayed fairly steady. You know, that's not a huge amount of oscillation in the volume levels, and the MACD isn't swinging violently in either direction, and that's still sort of staying that way as we get down into these smaller intervals. RSI is starting to get a little bit run up right now on these smaller intervals, 2 hour, 1 hour. So I might anticipate we should see a little bit of downside here in the near future, but I'm optimistic that we will confirm that June 6th theory, but I'm not betting the house on it, guys. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with BTC. Yeah, I don't know. What about you guys? Is there anything out there in the crypto space you are just dying to have me take a look at for you? I've been trying to keep these streams a little more succinct. You know, I know I like to be a big chatty Cathy, so I will tend to run long on these a lot of the times, but I'm trying to keep them a little more succinct. So if there's anything that anybody is just dying to look at right now, let's take a look. Happy to chart your coins. Tron has been holding out okay after the mainnet launch. I mean, we knew it was going to come down again. I have told you guys several times I exited the Tron train at 960. But it has been at least holding its value pretty well, and that's a good sign with the mainnet live. I expected a much larger dump with the mainnet launch, and so that's actually holding pretty firm, which I think just kind of attests to Tron really is doing a good job about building a solid community behind it, and you can't beat their marketing message. So yeah, Wanchain. All right. Hey, boy, I look away from the screen for 1 minute, and all of a sudden everybody's like, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it, guys. All right, let's see. You know what? Since I saw Wanchain first, yeah, I'll take a look at that. And oops, I just blew past it there. Let's see. I think Ashley, if I'm not mistaken, might be a new viewer. That's a name I don't recognize. So welcome to the channel, Ashley, and happy to take a peek here at Wanchain. Well, this almost looks like a pennant, but there wasn't enough pump to go with it. So I don't know. This looks like, here, hold on. I need to get out on some larger intervals here. Volume has been steady, but most of it has been bearish, which is showing in the candles there. On the daily, the MACD is starting to look a little bit better. And RSI is pretty low. You know, it's in my buy range. If this is one you're looking at on a long-term hold, Ashley, if this is one you're looking at on a long-term hold, you know, I would be careful, but you could set some buys somewhere between, you know, just above that fib line at like 55.20 up to where it is. But I would set a super tight stop loss, like just under these candles here, if you are, because again, without a strong confirmation from Bitcoin, I have a hard time getting into any altcoins, because when Bitcoin bleeds, altcoins bleed much harder. And so I've got my I've got my my long-term stacks that stay firm, but I don't generally acquire more when Bitcoin has been in a massive downtrend. But that being said, if this is one of your long terms, you know, if this was one you wanted to have in your long-term stack, that you could consider picking up a little bit more there. But what do we think this price is going to hold, or do we think this price is going to break down? I would say it's actually looking not too shabby on some of these smaller intervals, but yeah, that's what I was afraid of there. It's looking like that was about to post a bear cross on the hour, and I bet that we've already confirmed that. Yeah, so I think it's a tough call. Again, I would only consider purchasing if that was something I wanted to put into my long-term stack. So that's my opinion on that one right now. Do what you like, but yeah, it's looking decent as far as long-term prospects. All right, let's see. Entry for ETH. You know, that's a great call. I'm actually, I think I might start just swinging ETH a little bit more, just because the percentages have been so much better recently. So entry on ETH. Well, we've already had another little run. I would say just flat looking at this right now. I like the way the oh, I'm looking at way too small of an interval. Even still, I like the way the MACD is looking there, and RSI is not super run up, but it is getting up there. So I think maybe we could see a little bit of move to the downside from there as well. My ETH entries would all be right in here, guys. Like basically anywhere in this gap. Again, I like to make those bottom fishing plays, but if you're just looking for a real short term, you could put in some buys anywhere at like 560 if you're looking for a bottom fishing play, trying to see if you can like catch one on these candle wicks. Or alternatively, you could ladder in some orders here, but if you are going to ladder in orders anywhere above that 574 mark, then I would set my stop loss pretty tight. Again, you're going to want to watch out for these candles, so maybe just a little bit under there, but that's kind of a lot of, it's kind of a big gap. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. That's only like, it's not even 3%, so yeah. So set your stops just below there, like 560-ish. All right, that's what I would say. Cardano, sure, why not? Everybody knows this is one of my favorites. Cardano definitely in the buy range, and cooling off a little there on the daily, but on the 4 hour we see a pretty good cup. So if that confirms, it looked like it was about to go, but this, see here, it's starting to curl down again on the histogram, so RSI is sitting right in the center. I might wait on that, or if so, you could just set some buys in just anywhere from in these entries right here. So like 2740. Yeah, anywhere in there really. I mean, 2720, 2730, anywhere in there, and then just ladder them up. But again, I would be cautious if you are going to do that. Again, if it looks like Bitcoin's going to break down, Cardano will bleed badly, as we know. So if you do that, I would set a very tight stop loss again. And you know, I mean, I feel like a broken record because I always say set a very tight stop loss. But yeah, I would set your stops there. If you are getting in anywhere in there, I would set your stops. If you get in 27.20 and up, I would set your stop at about 2700 or so, 2680, somewhere in there. All right. Let's see. Polymath. Yeah, sure. Let's look at Poly. How's it doing? That's one I haven't looked at in days, if I'm being honest. I just realized I'm leering into the camera as I apparently need to go get my eyes checked. I'm starting to get old and I'm squinting. All right, Polymath. All right, yeah, I gotta go a ways back just to get a perspective here. Oops. Let's take off the auto scale. It's almost retraced 100% from its last breakout, so let's see. You guys know I like my pretty colors. Poly's actually already broken down into my no trade zone. So I would actually just keep an eye on that for now and see if it, I don't know, if it trades sideways a little bit, then we can reassess this fib. But I'm just going from the last breakout and looking at it because, you know, if starting a fib from starting a fib from above where it is right now does no one any good. So I would avoid getting in on Polymath right now. Just that's, again, like I said, that's just in my no trade zone. I generally try not to make trades when it's in that area. RSI is looking okay. Well, it looks like you missed an opportunity for a little bounce play there. All right, is this not scrolling? There we go. I don't know, actually. That's not bad. Because look at this. I mean, it's basically, it found all this resistance, which has become the new support. So it's looking like it just keeps wicking off this next resistance here at about 9,000 sats. So I don't know, what's your goal with it? Are you looking to swing it, or is this one you're looking to add to your long-term stack? Because if you're looking for a long-term stack, I would say with that you're probably safe to ladder in some orders between, you know, the end of this wick here at 86.51 and now. That's not looking terrible on 1 hour, 2 hour, or 4 hour. So your call on that one, like I said, that's in my oh, well, the good news is, Adam, this will still be on the channel afterwards, so you can actually just rewatch it. Or in fact, I think you should be able to like click it and drag it back, because we've got the function enabled on it that you can do live replay. So you should be able to just rewind it, I think, hopefully. So I would say here, like, let's just watch this candle, right? Because yeah, we're watching the indecision happen right there. Literally, did you guys see that? That literally just happened. This was starting to be a green candle, and the bulls took over. So see, this is what I'm saying. So I think this is going to be your exit or your resistance level. If you're looking for just a quick short swing trade, I would say you are totally safe to put in a buy somewhere, you know, real close to the bottom of these wicks, and then your exit point would be. Yeah, just under like 89, 80, 89.70 Short, again, you're not going to make a ton of money on that, but that looks like this looks like a real easy this looks like a real easy, 1 to 1.25% to me based on that chart right now. All right, what else? What do I think of Poet? You know what? I just actually heard of Poet, and I was looking into it, and I like the ability to protect your content. So I don't know. I got to look into it a little bit more. One of my staff members brought that to my attention. So I really only know of it right now, but I think that's what it does to what I read, and it is interesting for us because we put out a lot of reports. So being able to protect our content would be exciting. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Digibyte. Yeah, why not? Digibyte. Buddy mine, I think I've said this before, I got a buddy who is a strong Digibyte advocate, and he told me that Digibyte mining has tripled in the last, I can't remember what he said the interval was. Hold on a second, let me look at my Skype. There he is. Tripled in 2 months. So that's a lot of people mining Digibyte. I can imagine that's not bad for its overall value. And ooh, man, I gotta tell you, this looks like bots are trading this chart. To me, I mean, that's just, woo, boy, that's a little too consistent in the range that it moves. But full disclosure, I do hold some Digibyte because that same buddy I was talking about gave me some. So I do hold some Digibyte. So this is one that I watch periodically. Why is my... Sorry. Hold on a second here. I'm having an issue where I can't seem to scroll. Or zoom. There we go. Okay. Well, I think also part of the reason that this is looking so square is there is just no volume in this. Like there's just no volume at all. And this is on Bittrex. I wonder, does Digibyte, where else does Digibyte trade? Let's see if there's any more volume anywhere else. Bittrex or Poloniex. I guess we'll look on Poloniex. They should have some volume, right? Yeah, not a lot of volume there either. Almost looks exactly the same, really. Same bots on both exchanges? Kidding. Just kidding. Who knows? Could be right, though. Here's what I see, guys. This actually is starting to look like a cup and handle to me. Here's your cup, right? And then the handle, but here's what ruins that is this handle went further down than 50% of the cup, right? So not exactly, not a perfect cup and handle, but and again, I'm looking at really small intervals here, so I don't know. I think it looks to me right now like this is just gonna have some difficulty getting past this resistance level here. So we've hit it once, twice, 3 times, and then stayed there for, I guess these are only 30-minute candles, but oops, what is that? So for 10 hours. And then it broke past, but it just can't seem to get the momentum. And now you'll notice RSI is starting to get kind of run up, and MACD is starting to cool off a little bit. If you wanted to put in some buys on Digibyte, again, guys, I don't like paying anything more for a token than I need to. Yeah, the cup is melting. I don't like to pay any more than I need to. So for me, I'd just be putting, if you wanted to pick some of this up, I'd put some buy orders in down at that between like 415 and 420 range, and then just set a stop loss right at the end of that wick, like right about 400. I wouldn't pursue that too aggressively, but that's just me for right now. All right, what else? Uh-oh. Did Microsoft buy GitHub? I don't think it would have any negative impact on Bittrex. I'm just concerned with it being negatively impacted by Microsoft's nickel and diming business practices. GitHub has largely been a massive repository for coders, and I think it would be a real drag if Microsoft decided to monetize that in the similar fashion that they historically have done by making you pay for all kinds of different accessories or it could be. I could just see. I haven't been a huge fan of their monetization plan historically, which is basically the same thing that, in my opinion, Apple has adopted recently, where they just sell you a bunch of really cheap, low quality peripheral components that break a lot, so you got to buy a lot, and that's a profit generating center. So I'm afraid that they would take a similar sort of mentality towards GitHub and start to charge for different kinds of access points, et cetera, and just kind of ruin it for the community, which is a drag. Or worse yet, what for those of us who are constantly out researching and trying to determine how active a community is, or how active the developers, I should say, are by checking the GitHub and seeing how many commits they've got. What if they started charging you for access? Things like that. I could see a lot of potential for headaches as a result of the acquisition, especially when Bill Gates continuously bashes Bitcoin, et cetera, and has gone on record saying, if there was a way to short it, I would do it. Which then I thought, humorously, the Winklevoss twins decided to say, Bill, actually, here's how you do it, and sent him a link to the CBOE, which I thought was humorous. So, yeah, so I don't think it necessarily would have a bad effect on Bittrex or its volume or anything like that, but I could just see it being a problem for blockchain developers in general, which is why I thought it was noteworthy. All right, let's see. Ontology, sure, let's take a look at Ontology. Boy, they've been on just killing the game lately. Good God. Okay. All right, so obviously we've been looking at this since the breakout, so I'm just gonna kill this one right now, and let's look at some recent time frames. Yep. Man, I like the volume. I really like the volume. Every time it looks like it's run up a little bit, it looks like it comes down. I mean, it's RSI is still kind of a little high at 60, but I'm liking that volume. I really am. And again, here you go, guys. This is looking like a cup and handle right here to me. So I would just keep a real sharp eye. In fact, let's break that down into some smaller intervals. Yeah, this is looking like a cup and handle. This is pretty textbook, actually. So here's your cup. Here's your handle. Handle has started to come down, but again, the lowest point that it went to there was not 50% down in the cup. So let's look at it on some smaller intervals. Volume is starting to cool off a little bit. All right, so cup and handle could indicate a breakout. I would say if you want to try to get in on this one, and this is going to be, I know my catchphrase is super tight stop loss, so this is legit super tight stop loss. So I would say you could put your buys in anywhere between 10,360 and 10,475. Wait for it to come to you, and then stop loss at like man. I would do, yeah, I would even say stop loss at like 10,189, something like that, just above that fib level. Again, guys, that's for a very short-term entry point, and that is for a long-term entry. That is not for a swing trade. No one says Lambo anymore. Yeah, it's because Bitcoin's not 20 grand a coin anymore, and you know, ETH isn't 1,200 a token, etc. So nobody's nobody's flexing their Lambo muscles. I get a kick out of it though. So what are my thoughts on Kraken? I don't trade on it at all. I like that they thumbed their nose at the New York regulators that said, hey, we need you to give us disclose your customer information, and they're like, yeah, we're not in America though, so we're not going to do that. I was a punk kid with an authority problem, so I mean, obviously I'm in cryptocurrency, I must have some kind of authority problem, right? So I'm a punk adult with an authority problem too. But I'm amused by that, but I've never traded on Kraken, so I have zero experience with the exchange at all. So I can't really speak to it. What's a good city in the USA to get electricity for cheap? Probably like, I mean, geez, I'm totally talking out of my rear end here, but I would take a guess at somewhere like Kentucky or maybe Austin, Texas. I don't know. I'm only guessing at Austin because I know there's a huge tech scene there. I don't know, but I did hear that electricity is incredibly cheap in Montreal. Also, it's freezing cold there, so if you are trying to, I would assume you're trying to, for the electricity, I would assume you're trying to mine with it. So nice upgrade to being in a freezing cold environment is it provides natural cooling for your mining rigs. You can just put a great big fan that just blows the Arctic air in, and yeah, there you go. So I've heard that Canada, particularly in Montreal, is, and I've heard that they are friendly as well to miners. So pro tip, there you go. Let's see. Take a look at QuantStamp, sure. And guys, I promise I'm not annoying, or I'm not annoying. Maybe I am annoying. I'm not ignoring your questions. I'm just trying to get to these things in a timely fashion, and also speak to ones that I actually have some information on. Hey, we're not always that cool. Now I know where Forex Lens is from. I've never been to Montreal. It's a beautiful city. It looks gorgeous. I've been to Vancouver and I love it. It's one of my favorite cities in North America, certainly. Gorgeous place and super friendly people. Toronto's also super cool, but never been to Montreal. Big fan of Georges St-Pierre though. And then if you're from Montreal, you must know who that is. Not annoying. Hey, Mamara, I feel like that's like somebody that, you know, that's like when your pals tell you, like, oh, no, you're good, man. Like we're buddies. You're always here on my streams with me. So thanks for letting me know. Thanks for the reinforcement. Anyway, all right. Canadians are friendly to everyone. It's like their superpower. Seriously, have you ever met a Canadian that's a jerk, like or impolite? I have not. I'm sure they must exist, but I have yet to encounter them. So yeah. Quebec, Canada is great for mining. Pretty ladies, friendly people. Hey, hard to argue with that, right? Seriously. How mandatory is it to speak French? Would be my question. I mean, isn't it? It is a predominantly French-speaking country, is it not? Am I wrong? Anyway, they do speak English. Is the great news. So yeah, that's where I would look at. If you're really serious about setting up a mining rig, I would go somewhere cold. Neo at the moment. Let's look at Neo. Ooh, it's in the trade range. Definitely in the trade range. This is kind of a tough one because I'm not really sure what to make of this shape. It's not really a pennant. It's sort of forming a symmetrical triangle, and I don't like symmetrical triangles because they generally tend to move in the direction that they've been trending. And if you ask me, this has been trending down. So that's not exactly a symmetrical triangle. Do you guys see what do you see what I'm seeing here? Here, hold on. Let me make this a little easier. See the triangle now? Right? It's symmetrical at the end of the break. So I'm not sure what to say about that one. I generally, this indicates that that's going to break down further. If this was, yeah, it like doesn't quite confirm a rising wedge, doesn't quite, I don't know. This is a really tough call for me, to be honest with you. Let me look at some additional indicators and let's see what we can figure out here. Volume has stayed fairly steady over the last, what is this, 2, 4, 6, 8, half a day or so. Man, I don't know. This is a hard one to say. Because that's looking great on the 4-hour, but then it doesn't really confirm on the smaller intervals. This gives me a little bit of hope right here, right? I mean, it looks like it wants to dip, but it keeps pushing up on the histogram. I don't know. That's... On the lower intervals, it is heading up towards the overbought area, but honestly, right now, it's kind of looking good. Well, again, on this one, Tyrone, I would say possible bottom on the daily. Oh, let's see. It's showing a ton of support right here, right? Like right at what it's selling at right now. I mean, look at that. Look at that support line. I mean, that's the price line, but that's a lot of support. If you wanted to pick up some NIO, I would not completely discourage that. Just based on where it's at from its last run up, you know, as well as where it's at from its recent local low. It's not bad. And you know, NIO is kind of the Chinese Ethereum, so I still am a little higher on Ontology myself currently. That's just me. You know, if you talk to the boys here, Sam and Snay, they both are pretty big fans of NIO long term. I know our main admin in the Moon Lounge, Hui, is a big fan of it. So yeah, if you wanted to enter on a position on that, you could. But again, guys, be careful, just because all of this is pegged to Bitcoin. So until we see a definite confirmation on a Bitcoin turnaround, always best to exercise caution. But if you wanted to put in some buys on this, yeah, I would say you could ladder some buys anywhere from just above that fib at like 6,900 down to the bottom of the candles, bottom of the candle wicks. And in fact, you could even ladder in some orders at like 68, just because it's been there recently. Depending on where you ladder those buy orders in would depend on where I would set my stop loss. So if you're laddering the stops above the 786 fib, then you know, I'd set a stop loss just below it. If you're setting buys all the way down to the bottom of these candles here at that 68 range, then I would set, actually I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Unless you're just, like, if you're going to put any buys down there, down that low, I wouldn't balloon them. You know, normally I'll do, if I'm doing these bottom fishing plays, I'll do like smaller intervals and then kind of get them fatter as they go down, just in case if I am gonna have to catch a falling knife. yeah, I would be careful on that. So I would say, yeah, you could probably ladder in some buys anywhere above that fib level from 68.89 up to bottom of these candles here at about 7,000, and then I would just set my stop losses right at about 66.90 or so to give you a little bit of gap between the bottom of these candles over here. That's what I would say. He wants to grow wheat. I mean, that's another great play. I don't know how good Canada is for that, but for cheap electricity, I suspect that's probably a pretty good use for it. Okay, all right. Where's Sneh? You know, that's a good question. He's actually here in the office, but Sneh is running literally ragged trying to get Monarch up, which is going to be phenomenal. Yeah, it's great, but you know they needed to do some things as far as improving the website, etc. So Sneh has been tirelessly working on that. Good morning from Belgium. Hello, Freddie. Anyway, so I keep trying to harangue him and get him to come chat with you guys, but you know he's already working 16-hour days. So I get him to come on when he can. Hopefully we'll see him one day this week. Quick question for you guys. Who's seen Amal on here so far? Anybody? Can I get a thumbs up for Amal? He's so awesome. He did a great public deal on Friday where he was going through, you know, I try to come on here and kind of teach what I know about technical analysis. Amal has been in this game a very, very long time, and he knows a lot more about a lot more indicators than I do, et cetera, et cetera. And you know, so he's been trying to do excuse me, less coming on and doing like live charting, which he will do, but more so he's going on trying to show you how he's coming up with his what he's seeing in his theories. Yeah, he's fantastic, man. So anyways, just wanted to say, if you haven't yet, go onto our videos and look at his thing from Friday. Actually, there's another good time you can learn if you wanted to know about that sixth theory. It's in there, and that was Amal's first time on the channel as a independent broadcaster. So we're gonna start bringing him on more often if you guys would like that. If you think that is valuable, but I think Amal is fantastic, and he's got 100% client satisfaction as far as I know in the Moon Lounge for taking privates and one-on-ones and stuff. So great guy. We're very happy to have him on the team, and we're gonna start bringing him on the channel for you guys. So yeah, I hope that was useful and that you enjoyed it. And hey, I listen to Travis Scott too, actually. Yeah, Amal's great. Anyway, cool. So great. If you guys are happy with that, we're gonna have him on more. And then of course he'll be doing more of those private webinars. We try to do a couple a month. So from now on in the Moon Lounge, for our Moon Lounge members, we're going to have myself and Amal and myself and Jordan once a month. We're going to start bringing another one of our admins on to specifically talk about gem hunting. And what do I mean by gem hunting? I mean actually going out and trying to do some of this research and try to spot the gems of ICOs and things like that we come across. So we're going to try to share some of the knowledge about how we've been successful with that in the past. I've got a gentleman coming on, and again, this is not going to be on the public channel, guys. This stuff is going to be in the for Moon Lounge members only. But I did want to make sure to introduce them all to you guys so you get a taste of how awesome he is. And he will be doing a lot more webinars with me, and I will be bringing him on the channel periodically. So you will get introduced to him if you have not met him yet. But I do recommend definitely go on over to CryptoSomniac.com, guys. Go over to CryptoSomniac.com. Click on CryptoSomniac Advantage, and you can get in here, and at the Advantage dashboard you can see all of the different reports we've got. I've had a lot of people asking us about Turnio. We've got one of those coming out tomorrow. Here we've got one on Elastos. I did a flash report on the exchange that is coming out I believe Friday for Trade.io, PundiX, Loki, all different kinds of reports. So always great reports in there, so you can find out all of the technicals and credentials on your favorite projects. And then you would also be able to get into our private Discord channel. Right now it's a Slack channel. We're going to be migrating it over to we'll begin migrating that over to Discord, thinking Thursday this week, if not by this weekend. So I know it says Slack now, but it will be a Discord channel, and you will have access to that as well. And then furthermore, this is something else that I just want to make sure that you guys know about is if you don't want to join the Moon Lounge, but you wanted to get a one-on-one appointment with any of us, you can book an hour-long appointment with us also over on the Cryptosomniac website. So we can do all kinds of things like help you discuss your portfolio, talk about different picks, and just have a general conversation about why we think certain coins are valuable, etc. I mean, really it's up to you. What do you need help with? That's what we're here to do. So just so you know. You can do that also if you don't join the Advantage, but why not join the Advantage? You have a 2-week free trial membership right now, so what have you got to lose? Anyway, I see somebody commenting on BNB pumping right now, so let's go take a look. Oops, where'd it go? Oh, wow. What got announced? Here's what I would say about this, guys. If you are in BNB right now and you have been in it since the 30th, sometime in the next few hours is probably a good opportunity to take some profit. That's pumping like crazy. If not, then also if you're actively trading on Binance and you're holding some BNB coin, now's a really good time to go pick up whatever that other token that was not BNB you were considering getting was, because the value of it is going to the moon right now. What do we say, guys? Never chase a pump. Never chase a pump. No FOMO. Hashtag no FOMO. Don't do it. Seriously, John, would you? We've been giving away free crypto because we didn't. I polled the Moon Lounge members, and a lot of people were like, we don't wear our crypto savvy on our sleeve. I personally wear crypto T-shirts all the time, but I'm a big nerd, and obviously. So if anybody would be interested in that, we can switch the giveaway from crypto to we can switch the giveaway from crypto to a T-shirt every once in a while or something. Yeah, I'll consider that. But while we're on the subject, it is getting pretty late, and I said I didn't want to go too long, and I probably already have, so I think it's time to give away some free crypto. How do we give away some free crypto? Well, if you want to be eligible next time, all you need to do is right down there below, not up here, down there below, in the comments, post a comment with your ERC20 address on YouTube, on Facebook, share and like, and on Twitter, give me a retweet, and you'll be eligible next time we come on. And you'll win some free Tron. Tron is what we have been giving out, just so you know. So it's actually one that we think is worth holding. And I'm going to go ahead and get my random number generator here. I was smart enough to pull this stuff up. And then we're just going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. So 1 for Twitter, 2 for Facebook, 3 for YouTube. Close my eyes and click it 3 times. Survey says 3, YouTube. All right, so over here on YouTube, where was my last, what do the whales want? And let me pause this so we don't hear me go jabber-mouthing. And let's see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there, and only 2 of them decided to leave me a ERC20 address. All right, hold on a second, guys. I've apparently got some comments I need to review, so just in case these are terrible, let me pull them off the screen. Nope, not you. You're okay. Nope. 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 All right, yeah. So there's a gentleman with a name from Pulp Fiction who has been spam answering everybody. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But it looks like realistically, there's only been 2 people posting their ERC20 address. You got to leave an ERC20 address, guys. I can't give you crypto. So we'll pick a random number between 1 and 2. Sorry if that's ridiculous, but c'est la vie, as they say in France. Oh no, what have I done? Oh no. I put this at the wrong place possible. Well, great job. Well, it's only 1 and 2, so anyway, all right. Random number generator. 1 to 2. Close my eyes, click it 3 times. And number 2. Cool. Surprise, surprise. You had a 50-50 shot, guys. Seriously, you can win crypto this easy. All you need to do is comment down below with your ERC20 address. You don't even have to put a comment. You can just put your ERC20 address and you're eligible. But if you put a comment and no ERC20 address, you're not eligible because I have nowhere to send the Tron. So, anyway, that's that. And let's see about number 2, Bella Dog. You just won yourself some free crypto. I think you just won some free crypto again recently. So you're on a roll lately. Anyway, that's that, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for me today. And how to join? Just put your BTC address. No, you can. We've got a whole system set up there. Here, hold on. I'll address this actually before I go. Unfortunately, there is until Monarch comes out, there's just not a good merchant solution for paying with BTC. So you would sign up through, there's a traditional Paygate. You can use PayPal, credit card, all that kind of good stuff. There might be an option for BTC on there. I should really know that. I should really know the answer to that. But when I signed up, I'm an employee. So yeah. That is embarrassing that I don't know the answer to that question, and I apologize. So anyway, guys, yeah, go ahead and click into the Cryptosomniac Advantage. You'll enter your email address, and it'll get you signed up. And then you got 2 weeks free to try it out. And if you don't think that it's for you, you can leave and cancel before the subscription renews, and you don't get charged. So it's great. Anyway. I have not gone over LTC, Martha. Yeah, you and me both, sister. I also have some bags. Yeah, you have to check back with me tomorrow. Or, Martha, I know you're a Moon Lounge member. You can feel free to PM me in the Moon Lounge, and I'm happy to chat with you about that privately offline. So anyways, guys, just to give you an example, that's what it's really like to be in the Moon Lounge. So if you enjoy being on these streams, you'd love having us in your pocket as well. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get that crypto out to Bella Dog. And yeah, hey, Joel, no worries. You know, for whatever reason, if I know Bella Dog did win recently, so if for whatever reason they decide they don't want to claim their prize for some reason, I'll keep you in mind. It's only fair because you're the runner-up. But yeah, guys, anyways, that's it for me. This is Jason with Cryptosomniac. I just want to say, you know, close out the stream with thank you very much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope I am providing value to you, and I'm very grateful for you to be here with me and subscribe to this channel. So best compliment you could possibly give me is when your friends want to know about crypto, when your family wants to know about crypto, and they want unbiased information, send them our direction. You know, that's we try to be as honest and upfront and non-shilling as possible. Hashtag no shills. So with that, guys, I leave you. I am Jason with Cryptosomniac. Keep your stop losses tight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.